Hi, I'm Asanka de Mel, CEO of Lovi Ceylon and co-founder of Positive Sri Lanka. Today I'm featured on Ask Me on Hi TV. The first segment is called Actually Me. I'm about to be asked some interesting questions and I'm ready. Ask me.
Hi Asanka.
Hi.
What are your top 3 travel destinations in Sri Lanka?
Galle, Nuwara and Negombo when you just need to get out of Colombo.
What brings out the inner child in you?
I think just imagining, playing, that's why I like design, fashion. You can create a whole world. You can imagine a world and then perhaps even go ahead and create it.
What is your favorite game or sport to watch and play?
I think rugby probably. Actually, American football is quite fun to watch. Playing not so much because those guys are about 6'7", 7'5", 350 pounds. So yeah, American football.
Would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car?
Why pick all 3?
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm sure it's going to be dinner.
Would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job, and why?
Why are you making me guess one answer? I think win the lottery and then go make something fabulous that you wanted to create.
If money was no object, what would you do all day?
Actually, it is no object. You just have to go beg and cry and get people to give you the money you need to do what you need to do. And that's, I think, in my case, go make Lovi happen.
If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
I think I would love to travel to about maybe 43, 42, 1942, 43, meet maybe Mahatma Gandhi.
How would your friends describe you?
That's a tough one. It depends on the friend, no? But I think they will think, I'm passionate about what I'm doing and driven and hopefully generous.
Aside from necessities, what one thing could you not go a day without?
Definitely, I think we are addicted to our cell phone, so that's a definite must-have these days, especially to stay in touch with your family, your loved ones, your clients, your business.
If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be?
That's a good list. I think definitely Mahatma Gandhi. Do they all have to have lived at the same time? In that case, Lincoln. Nelson Mandela is pretty nice too. And then maybe Oprah Winfrey.
Would you rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence?
Intelligence.
Who would you want to play you in a movie of your life?
Brad Pitt, of course.
What's the craziest thing you've done in the name of love?
I travel quite a bit, continents. You have to be honest to your heart and chase it.
What's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten?
I think something along the lines of python or snake or something like that. There's a pretty nice wild game place in Texas, and I used to live in there and go to college. I think I maybe have tried some crazy stuff there.
Is there anything you wished would come back into fashion?
That's a tough one. I would say more love and care. Actually, more slow fashion. Just having something beautiful you can cherish, something handmade, something crafted, and enjoying being loved in your clothes.
Which of the 5 senses would you say is your strongest, and why?
Probably see sight. I think as a designer you have to see the details, you have to see the proportions, the colors, how it interacts with the environment. So the sight is very important.
If you were a ruler of your own country, what would be the first law you would introduce?
Do unto others what you want done to you.
What 3 things do you think of the most each day?
My family, business, my country.
If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Fragile, handle with care.
What song would you say best sums you up?
Really making it hard, huh? I don't know about what sums me up best, but what's in my head is Starboy by Weekend.
What celebrity would you like to meet for a cup of coffee?
Obama?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny would you say you are?
Not funny at all. Don't ask me these questions.
What was the best phase in your life?
The current phase, what I'm doing right now, I cannot imagine. This is one of the most wonderful times of my life, and I hope that it continues to get better.
What makes you feel accomplished?
Solving problems, creating value for others and for myself.
What is a relationship deal breaker for you?
Stealing, dishonesty, it's a little challenging to deal with.
When have you felt your biggest adrenaline rush?
Roller coasters.
If a genie granted you 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for?
I wish this interview goes really, really well. Traffic in Sri Lanka to be at least reasonable. And of course, love it to take off.
What's something you can't go a day without doing?
Just telling the people I love how much I love them.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Continuing to do what I love and growing and sharing.
What are 3 things you value most about a person?
I think punctuality, vision, and commitment.
What is the greatest struggle you've overcome?
I have a 10-month son. I'm about to see when he comes to teenage years, how that's going to be. So I have a few years.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Colombo, Sri Lanka, baby. I'm leaving.
What's the most exciting thing that's happened this year?
We had a terrible attack in April. Ability to get the community together and get organized, learning through that process and showing how positive we are about this place, really digging deep into ourselves and coming back up. That's a really positive thing.
What's one thing that bothers you most about the world today?
I don't think that many things bother me about the world. I think it's improving. It's better than it used to be 50 years ago. So if you take a little bit longer perspective, I think things are improving quite well. That doesn't mean that challenges are not there. We have environmental problems, society problems, all kinds of things. But overall, look at this way. We are thinking about going to Mars, actually sending human to Mars. There's so much growth in so many aspects of what is being human. It's the best time to be.
What is the weirdest thing about you?
The funny part is I wouldn't probably think it's weird because I do it every day. But I'm traditionally dressed like this. I think a lot of people find it a little unnerving to see a guy in sarongs pretty much 24/7. But I enjoy it. It's our culture, it's my business, and I'm promoting it.
If you could tell your younger self one thing right now, what would it be?
Just take it easy, life is beautiful.
What would your best friend say is your best quality?
You have to ask my best friend. But the truth is, I think they probably think I am very, very loyal.
Who is your favorite historical figure?
Surely Mahatma Gandhi.
What's one thing you wish you knew how to do?
I wish I knew how to play guitar. Definitely should learn it.
What's the greatest risk you've ever taken?
Actually, starting this business was a relatively big risk for me. Changing careers from computer science and Silicon Valley to move to Sri Lanka. But I thought it was absolutely needed. And for me, I wouldn't be true to myself if I didn't.
What song makes you unconditionally happy?
You're the one I want.
What is the strangest dream you've ever had?
It's way too personal.
What are some challenges you think the next generation will face?
I think just, like the generation before us and us, they will have their own. And the challenge would be how they relate to each other. A much more connected world. I think the opportunities are endless.
What is an invention that you consider priceless?
Definitely the internet.
What is the best professional advice you have ever received?
Listen. Hi, we just covered actually the segment that they were asking many questions, and it was fun. Some of them were challenging. I had to really think what was my favorite movie. Was that a question? Anyway, check it out. I'm on Ask Me on Hype TV. Well, we're about to start a segment called Who Am I? I'm about to find out who I am actually, what Google thinks of me at least. Let's see. Why did Asanka come up with the brand Lovi? The challenge to create a Sri Lankan identity in clothing. We really need a clothing identity that transcends the tribal identities we have. And that's why we started Lovi, to kind of create what it could be, a Sri Lankan clothing identity. Why did Asanka name his brand Lovi? For the fruit. And actually we wanted a name that it's easy, it's short, it sounds like love. Where does Asanka seek inspiration from? For at least our clothing, it's in our history, in our culture. So Lovi is about Sri Lanka. Even the shirt I'm wearing, it features the last crown of Sri Lanka. It's the Kandyan King Sri Vikramaraj Singha's crown. Oh, this is a scary question. Only what is shown. Let's see. What international designers would Asanka love to work with? There's a guy in Italy called Brunello Cucinelli. I would love to work with him. Which is Asanka's favorite collection yet? That's a hard one. I really loved the collection that we are working on. We released called Unity about a year ago, and the colors, I think we are just improving. We are continues to improve. What was Asanka's dream job growing up? I really wanted to go into space. Maybe one day. Does Asanka sing? Asanka sings in the shower, but I promise you don't want to hear. What makes Asanka laugh the most? Just human nature. People who piss me off, I think a good way to laugh it off. What is Asanka's biggest fear? Not quite sure. What is Asanka's favorite fast food chain? I'm not a big fast food fan, but McD's probably is one. What is one thing Asanka can't do without? Probably coffee. Coffee, tea, I live on coffee and tea. What's Asanka's greatest accomplishment? It's definitely in the future. We're just getting started. I'm so happy to be able to move here, pursue my dream of creating a Sri Lankan brand. We are 3 years into this story. We are looking to open our first shop in Shangri-La Mall in November. What are Asanka's other passions? Sharing, learning and sharing. If Asanka could have a superpower, what would it be? Time travel. I would love to be able to time travel. What is Asanka's biggest pet peeve? I think that's got to be being late. What movie does Asanka think deserves a sequel? Well, there was a movie when I was a kid I think it's called Aradhana. I would love to see a sequel of it. If Asanka could speak another language, what would it be? Definitely I would love to speak Tamil better. What are Asanka's favorite clothing brands? Sonali Dharmavardhana, she's creating an amazing brand, well-known brands like Tom Ford, Chanel. What is Asanka's favorite horror movie? Oh my God, it's Chucky. That thing is really creepy, tiny and creepy. Who does Asanka admire the most? I think people who are aspiring, young people. I like people who are not taking it easy. If you look at many of the entrepreneurs who can really just chill and, I really love the challenge that they're taking, the vision that they have, the drive, the energy level that they have to do that. What is Asanka's biggest strength? I think just the commitment. Does Asanka believe in karma? I don't think you have a choice on this matter. Whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen. So it's like luck. Whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen. What is Asanka's favorite non-physical attribute about himself? Maybe just reading, curiosity. What is Asanka's favorite childhood memory? Many. I had a great childhood. I had many cousins. I grew up in Dehiwala. Maybe one of the things we used to do was during college holidays, we used to go to Udispattua, which is area close by Taldania in Kandy, and we spend mostly few weeks there and just being children running around in the mountains and that area. Is Asanka a cat or a dog person? I hate to say I'm a dog person. You know, I think cats are very nice, but I'm definitely a dog person. If Asanka had to act in a Harry Potter, who would he act as? Hey, why not Harry Potter? I can look good in some glasses. What would Asanka's perfect day be like? Just making people happy, sharing my love for Sri Lanka, sharing the clothes we make, and getting people excited and seeing them be excited about our country. That was the end of Who Am I? I hope you got to hear some ideas and get inspired and go pursue your own dreams just like the way I am pursuing my dream. And stay tuned for the next segment on Ask Me. The next segment is Never Have I Ever. I'm scared about what type of questions these guys are going to ask me, but let's see what they come up with.
Never have I Googled my own name.
I have, I definitely have. You have to see what the hell comes up when somebody searches for you.
Never have I ever bragged about my achievement.
I definitely have. I am in fashion. I'm sure I have bragged. Vanity is something natural and maybe not the best quality, but it is there.
Never have I ever seen a ghost.
I've never seen a ghost.
Never have I ever forgotten where I left my car.
Oh, I have many times forgotten, and some of those times, let me just stop there.
Never have I ever purposely given someone the wrong direction.
I have never given somebody the wrong directions purposely.
Never have I ever paid late fees on an overdue bill.
I definitely have.
Never have I ever written a book.
Actually, I have never written a book yet.
Never have I ever told a lie about something I really didn't do.
I'm pretty sure I have said a lie.
Never have I ever forgotten a loved one's birthday.
I definitely have, and it's a little embarrassing. I think, both my wife and I forgot our anniversary. Only my sister called to wish us, and we're like, what? To our credit, at least we were both traveling that day.
Never have I ever done something on a dare.
I definitely have. You can get me with peer pressure.
Never have I ever catfished someone.
I have never catfished someone.
Never have I ever gone nature camping in a tent.
I definitely have gone camping many times.
Never have I ever jumped into the water from a boat.
Definitely have done that many times.
Never have I ever had a crush on a teacher.
Definitely guilty on that.
Never have I ever taken a trip on a train.
Definitely have, and you should. There's some fantastic trips in Sri Lanka you can take on trains, but also in the US or Europe, there's some beautiful train rides you could take.
Never have I ever picked fruits from a neighbor's garden.
I definitely have, and quite a bit.
Never have I ever gone to school without brushing my teeth.
I'm probably sure I have when I was a kid.
Never have I ever tried to run away from home.
I have never actually tried to run away from home. There was no need for it.
Never have I ever cried to get what I want.
I have definitely tried to get what I want. In fact, I still do it. You should try to, ask for investors. Cry, beg, do whatever you need.
Never have I ever got stitches.
I have got stitches. Just fell down, got a big cut, needed a couple of stitches.
Never have I ever won a game of Scrabble.
I have actually never won a game of Scrabble. To be honest, I've never actually played Scrabble recently, so I'm looking forward to.
Never have I ever made a duck face when taking a selfie.
Duck face. I think I have not made a duck face when I'm taking a selfie, but prove me wrong.
Never have I ever gone surfing.
I have never gone surfing.
Never have I ever fought in the street.
I have never fought in the streets, but inside, yes.
Never have I ever fallen in love at first sight.
I definitely have fallen in love in first sight.
Never have I ever been awake for 2 days straight.
I have many days been awake for 2 days.
Never have I ever made a prank call.
I have made a prank call, mostly to my friends.
Never have I ever read a whole novel in one day.
I have read a whole novel, but not necessarily in one day, but in one stretch continuously.
Never have I ever been screamed at by a customer at my job.
I definitely have been screamed at least in thought.
Never have I ever worked with someone I hated with the burning fire of 1,000 suns.
No, I have never done that.
Never have I ever lied about a family member dying as an excuse to get out of doing something.
I have never killed any of my family members to get out of things.
Never have I ever broken the law.
I'm sure I have at least slightly twisted the law, especially when it comes to driving.
And never have I ever eaten a whole pizza by myself.
I have just a personal size one.
Never have I ever cried while watching a movie.
I have definitely cried while watching a movie.
Never have I ever dyed my hair and had it turn out terribly.
I have actually never dyed my hair ever, so I'm not quite sure.
Never have I ever tried to make someone jealous.
I don't think I have tried to intentionally make somebody jealous.
Never have I ever tried losing weight.
I have many times tried losing weight, and it's an ongoing challenge to maintain some reasonable weight.
Never have I ever admired myself in the mirror.
Definitely have.
Never have I ever tried to sleep with my eyes open.
I don't think I have tried to sleep with my eyes open.
Never have I ever talked to myself when nobody was watching.
I have definitely talked to myself when nobody's watching.
Never have I ever driven through red lights.
Guilty.
Never have I ever watched any Game of Thrones episodes.
I have. My sister is a huge fan of Game of Thrones, and we used to watch together.
Never have I ever imagined myself singing on a large stage.
I have never imagined myself singing on a large stage, but talking, yes, sure.
Never have I ever cried in public.
I have most likely cried in public.
Never have I ever bought off-size clothes from the internet.
I don't think so.
Never have I ever woken up deep at night to eat something.
I definitely have woken up and had a snack.
Never have I ever wanted to be as clever as Bill Gates or Elon Musk.
I definitely want it every single day.
Never have I ever lied about my real age.
I have never lied about my real age.
Never have I ever lied during this game.
I have actually not lied during this segment. That was quite fun. I didn't think that being drilled by these guys for 50 questions is going to be fun, but it was. Surprising some of these questions were, and surprising what I actually thought of when I heard these questions. I hope you tune in to check out Ask Me, featured on High TV.